Welcome to my world.
I am Saul Goodman.
Welcome.
All that's left is your many, many misdemeanors.
I am not scamming my clients.
It worked for
Jimmy,
me.
back off. They're taking the deal off the table.
Not ours, man. I replaced the stolen product. Some went to your organization.
That explains everything.
As long as Salamanca is on this side of the border, we cannot continue as we were.
You keep your goddamn retainer.
Non-violent felonies, 50% off.
I just can't see it.
Next.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another video if you're new. Now today we're going to be talking about Better Call Saul Season 5 Episode 1. Man, it's been a long wait. It's been a long wait, but we're finally here. We made it to the premiere, and we're going to talk about it, man. Make sure y'all leave your theories, comments, everything down below in the comment section. If you're a fan of Better Call Saul, if you love Better Call Saul, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you can always see when I'm dropping some content so you never miss any Better Call Saul news. I really thought this episode was the perfect premiere episode of Season 5. Literally was the best premiere ever. I think it might have been the best premiere out of all the seasons in my opinion. We got all kinds of good stuff throughout the episode. The episode starts off with Gene Takovic. It was a post-Walter White Breaking Bad scene. Now, if you guys know me, then you know Breaking Bad is one of my all-time favorite shows. I love Breaking Bad more than anything, man. I really love that show. And it's just really nice seeing a prequel like this where you can see like everything that happened before the events of Breaking Bad. And it's also nice seeing those Gene scenes so you can see what's happening with Saul after the events of Breaking Bad, because we know Walter dies. We seen El Camino, he was confirmed dead. We seen Jesse's journey in El Camino. We were wondering what happened with him after Breaking Bad, but now we finally know because of El Camino. And now we can finally see what happened with Saul, aka Gene, after the events of Breaking Bad, man. It's really nice seeing those black and white scenes. I really love it. These type of scenes with Gene are always black and white. I'm not sure why, since the past is represented by black and white, but they have done these sort of scenes every season where we get to kind of see Saul Goodman, aka Gene, and see what he's up to. It's crazy, man. I really love these scenes. He runs a Cinnabon in Omaha. He is the manager, and he was so paranoid at the start of this premiere. He tells his workers that he's not going to be in for a few days because he thinks he's being watched and someone will find him eventually. He even was sitting in his apartment and driving around listening to a police scanner. He was that paranoid. He ends up going back to work after everything cools down, and he takes his lunch, and he's just sitting there on this bench. And this guy recognizes him that used to live in Albuquerque. He recognizes him as Saul Goodman. At first, Jimmy is like, "You got the wrong guy." But then he has no choice but to tell him, "Okay, look, yeah, that's me." Because the guy wouldn't give up. He just wouldn't give up. He even makes him say, "Better call Saul," like how he used to on the commercials and everything. Now at this point, Gene is freaked out. He calls Ed, who is played by Robert Forster, and I was surprised to see him in this episode. I did a little research and read up on it on the internet, and it said that he was originally supposed to just have his voice in this episode, but they ended up showing him instead, and he filmed this around the same time as El Camino. That's a fun fact. It was great seeing his character. I thought his character was interesting and was an important part of the story, especially for Breaking Bad. Rest in peace to Robert Forster. They dedicated this episode to him. Anyway, Gene tells him that he's been made, and he realized he had to bounce. He had to get the hell out of Dodge. Ed tells him it's going to be double this time, and he'll meet him at the same place where he dropped him off. Gene tells him, "Okay, that's no problem," and then he thinks about it for a minute, and he's like, "You know what, never mind. I'll handle this on my own." So I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what he means when he says he's going to handle it on his own. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. I don't think he means he's going to kill the guy, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, one thing I liked about this premiere is it started off exactly where we left off at the end of season 4. Jimmy McGill was getting his law license back. He had just told Kim that he was going to go under the name Saul Goodman. And she's like, what? Like, she is surprised. She is shocked because she did not see that coming. Jimmy's getting ready to sign something to make it official. And Kim's just looking in through the glass and she's like, oh my God, man, I really can't believe this. I can't believe he's going through with this. Why would he practice under the name Saul Goodman? She is like really pissed off, kind of. Jimmy sees her looking in and then he goes out and talks to her. And you know how Jimmy is, how he can talk anybody into anything. And eventually she's just like, okay, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. Go ahead and do it. Make it happen. So then he goes in there and he signs his name. He signs Jimmy Saul Goodman McGill. And that makes it official. Now he has his law license back. He can practice under the name Saul Goodman. And this is when it's going to get interesting, man. This is when the show is going to get lit, in my opinion. We've waited 4 seasons for this. We're finally on the 5th season, and we get to see him finally transform into Saul Goodman. This is what we all been waiting for. This is the show right here that I was hoping for since the very beginning. I love this version of Jimmy because this is the one we seen in Breaking Bad. So this is, like I said, this is where it's going to get interesting. Now it shows Kim and Jimmy at their apartment and they're just talking, you know, and he gets them ice cream or whatever. And he tells Kim that he's going to work this little plan, 50% off and get rid of the rest of the phones. Pretty much this little scam to get people on his client base, to get more clients. And Kim's not having it at all. She's like, you're pretty much encouraging criminals to go and commit crimes. And she just does not like the vision that Jimmy has. She doesn't like it one bit. And then they sit down and they're eating their ice cream. And Jimmy's still trying to talk to her about it. And she's just like, I just don't see it. And he's like, you will eventually. Now in this season, I feel like this is when we're going to see Jimmy and Kim part ways. Maybe in this season or season 6, I don't know, but it's coming eventually. You know that for a fact, because in Breaking Bad, we didn't see Kim at all. And they didn't even reference her at all in Breaking Bad. We didn't even hear her name. So I wonder what happened to Kim. Did they just part ways? Did she just leave the city? Did something bad happen to her or what? I don't know. We're going to find out what happened to Kim Wexler soon, man, because Better Call Saul is going to be ending after season 6. So we're definitely going to find out her fate. I hope she doesn't die or something like that, but we're going to see. We're going to end up seeing what happens to her. Now, one thing that kind of irritates me about this show, man, and they've been doing this for seasons now. We know Jimmy McGill came across Nacho in season 1. They've crossed paths before, but I feel like the Nacho, Gus, Mike story and stuff like that is not connected to the Jimmy story at all. It's like it's 2 completely different shows. And I feel like maybe in this season or season 6, their paths are going to cross eventually. Because in Breaking Bad, the entire story was all connected. So I feel like it's all going to come together in Better Call Saul. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be kind of irritated about that. But I always feel like I'm watching 2 different shows. Now it shows Lalo, and he's going to be the villain of this season, man. We've seen him a little bit in season 4, but you already know he's going to be the villain in this season. He's Gus's competitor, and he takes Nacho to this little den, this little crack house or whatever. And he ends up seeing that the drugs that they're selling, that they're having their people sell, is getting switched out. That's not all their shit. A little bit of it is different. And it's not all their shit in the bags, man. Some shit is getting switched out. And Lalo wants answers. He wants to know what the hell is going on. So he ends up meeting up with Gus. And Gus ends up talking to him. You know how Gus is, how smooth he is. He ends up talking to him, trying to keep the peace. He makes him understand and realize what the hell is going on. And he tells him that he's doing a little construction project. And Lalo's like, and what is that? And Gus is like, it'd be better if I go show you myself. So he goes and shows him what it is, you know. He tells him it's a chicken freezer, which is complete bullshit. Yeah, a chicken freezer, okay. And Lalo believes it. for now. But we all know the actual project was a damn meth super lab. And this part right here was funny because Lalo actually wanted to meet Mike. He said he heard his name plenty of times in the past, but now he actually wanted to meet him. So Gus called Mike over to meet Lalo, and you already know most of the time Mike just has that I don't give a fuck attitude. He comes over to Lalo and he's like, nice to meet you or whatever. He holds his hand out to shake his hand, and Mike's just like, he has that plain ass expression on his face. He shakes his hand and then he's like, can I get back to work now? Like, he did not want to meet him at all. Now, this whole episode, Lalo's trying to get to the bottom of stuff. He said he's heard the name Werner Ziegler before. He's just trying to get to the bottom of everything. He wants to know everything Gus is doing. He wants to know all the moves he's making. And like I said, they're competitors, man. Don Hector's involved with Lalo. Also Eladio. And all these people are connected to Lalo. And Gus is kind of like in his own operation. He's trying to build his operation. He's trying to build it big enough, like as big as we've seen it in Breaking Bad. And we already know that's going to happen eventually. But yeah, pretty much in this episode with Lalo, Gus, and Mike's storyline, it was pretty much like the tension between Gus and Lalo. But yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot more of his character in future episodes of season 5. I feel like he's going to be the main villain of this season. Now, I don't know why, but this scene right here, I really enjoyed. I thought it was a cool scene. All the people that were involved in the construction project, Mike led to the desert. He led all of them to the desert, and he sent them on their separate ways. He gave them each a car and told them to drive it wherever and get on a plane and take off. I thought it was funny because one of the guys was suspicious about Werner Ziegler, and he questioned Mike when Mike was trying to give him the keys, and Mike socked the hell out of him. He punched him. He's like, don't disrespect me. And then the dude got up and he ran to the car and took off. It was funny. I really enjoyed this scene because Mike just don't give a damn about nothing. But you can tell he's kind of struggling with the fact that he killed Werner Ziegler. I feel like we're going to see Mike go to the dark side this season. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot from his character. Now, Jimmy, he is always trying to put a scam on. Always, no matter what. Now, the rest of the phones that he had, it kind of shows him like at this little, like, carnival type thing or whatever. He has a little tent and he has people come in and he's trying to get rid of the rest of his phones. He's selling them half off, and he's also trying to start his business up as Saul Goodman. He's telling everybody about his deals as this new lawyer he's portraying. He's giving away all the phones. He's trying to get people to call him if they ever get in trouble. He even has Huel outside lying. He's telling some people that he got Huel off for 25 years. He's telling some people he got Huel off for 8 years, and so on. He's just, the numbers are always changing. He's doing whatever he has to do to get people to believe him. And you already know that's how Saul Goodman is. That's the Saul we seen in Breaking Bad. And that's just who he is. That's who he's becoming. Now, when he ran out of phones, everyone outside was trying to leave. And he goes outside and he's like, wait a minute. And, you know, he tells them that non-violent felonies are going to be 50% off for the next couple weeks. And of course, somehow, some way, Saul ends up talking them all into taking one of his cards. They're like 50% off. Oh shit, for real? Let me get a card. But really, that's still a lot of money because the rate of a lawyer is not that cheap. So 50% off is still a lot of money, but it is what it is. You know, he has to get his hustle on. That's Saul for you. Now, one of the last scenes of this episode is what I really like the most. Kim Wexler's just sitting there talking to her client, and her client's going to end up doing some time regardless. She tells him that she can get him like 5 months, possibly 2 months for overcrowding and stuff like that. And he's like, no, I want to go to trial. And she's like, my expert opinion, I don't recommend that. And they think that the judge is going to feel sympathy for them because he's with this girl and they have a baby. They think the judge is going to feel that sympathy just because he has a kid. And she's like, no, you have to take the 5 months. And he's just not trying to do it. And then she sees Jimmy lurking around the corner. She goes and talks to him. And he's like, look, we can just do one of our little scams. I'll act like I'm from the district attorney's office. And I'll act like I'm going to take the deal off the table. And that'll get him to take the 5 months. And Kim's like, No, I don't even want to hear this. Like, I just want to be honest with my clients. I don't want to do none of this stuff. I don't want to lie. I don't want to scam people no more because you already know Kim and Jimmy in the past have done his little slip and Jimmy, little scams and everything like that. And Kim's really starting to get fed up with stuff like that. She wants to be honest. And Jimmy's just like, okay, chill. I'll see you at home. So then Kim goes over to her client and then she gets into character. And it's funny because she just said she wasn't going to do this with Jimmy and she ends up doing it anyways. She's like, that was the district attorney's office. They're taking the deal off the table. And this ends up making her client take the deal. And Kim won in the end, but it was all because of what Jimmy told her to do in the first place. And she didn't want to stoop that low. She didn't want to do that. And then it shows Kim going to the stairwell and she's pissed off and she slams on the wall or whatever. I don't know what it is with Kim and stairwells and parking garages and stuff. They always show her in those two places when she's like pissed off or stressed or crying or something. I don't know what it is with those two places. But yeah, that wraps up the episode. And I just feel like Kim is really getting tired of who Jimmy's becoming. He's not the man that she fell in love with. And he's really changing. And yes, Jimmy is doing this for success. He wants his Saul Goodman image to succeed. But at the end of the day, Kim is not liking this and she is not having it. And I feel like it's just going to ruin their relationship in the end. I feel like in maybe like season 6, we're going to see Saul and Kim go head to head in court and they're going to be going at it because I don't see them together for the remainder of the series. I also expect in one of those Gene scenes, in one of those black and white scenes, like when he's all paranoid and stuff, he's going to see Kim Wexler walking by or something like that. I'm just expecting that and I'm really waiting for that. That's going to be funny. But yeah, it was a real solid episode. It was a great start to season 5. It couldn't have started any better in my opinion. I really love the start of this season and I feel like the rest of the season is going to be lit. It's going to be dope. I'll be continuing to review Better Call Saul every week. So yeah, I'll be continuing to bring you guys more Better Call Saul content in the future. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I got links in the description to do so. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. It's your boy Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.